Hello everyone, welcome back to Barcast TV and to game number 2 in this best of 3 series between Pro Randy and Teddy. This is taken from the Alpha Championship Cup number 3, and let's get into the game. So this is game 2 in the series, played on shallow Straits. Can take a minute to introduce the map while these two players start with their opening build orders. And this map is mirrored over this diagonal here and has a large central island with several mexes, and both players can start on their own separate main islands here, which have plenty of mexes for expansions and a pretty big macro map here too. We also have these two little interesting islands on the top left and bottom right corner that make for an interesting expansion or something to contest over. So pretty well designed map. I like this, and there's all these little shallow crossings for your vehicles and bots to move across. So definitely have a good way to access different parts of the map, although this is the only choke point between both islands here. So it gets really small in this narrow part, but everywhere else you can easily rotate around this central part of the island. So pretty cool to see. Looks like we had a small deviation in spawning locations here too. Looks like Randy chose to go for these 3 mexes right here as his main base. It's going to start with a vehicle plant, and it's made several wind turbines, so pretty standard open. Take a look at his opponent. On the other side of the map, looks like Teddy chosen to go for a bot lab open here, so pretty interesting deviation. Already has several wind turbines up, so really emphasizing that power production, and as a construction bot after grunt first here. So choosing to go for this early game grunt, wants to deny scouting or even get some harassment done of his own, so pretty cool little move. Can turn off the player views for a moment. And it looks like Teddy's already moving out of his main base, so trying to make a play for this main island here. And denies one of these early scouts, so that was a great move here. This grunt cut off that rotation here and deny this harassment from Randy. He's going to get the second scout. No. He's just running onto the island, trying to find damage. Randy too good. Pulling away his scout, not letting that die to just a single grunt. And looks like Teddy wants to push into the base. No, he's going to be pushed away by this incisor, and he's going to end up losing that grunt. So good job, Randy, cleaning up this early raid, not taking any damage, save for that first initial scout. Looks like Teddy is already on the main island. He's kind of foregoing this initial spawning location mass to get on this island quicker. Let's see if that puts him at an advantage here. He's a little behind in mass so far, I want to say. Yeah, down about 350 mass at the moment, so pretty big deficit for 2 minutes and 40 seconds into the game. Looks like another scout getting caught by a grunt. That's another great catch there. Not taking any damage from these early game raids. Take a look at Randy's side of the map. He has 2 construction vehicles trying to secure this main island. So has a third one popping out and still has his commander in his main base just adding on build power. So great little move. Great open. Can take a look at Teddy's view. Doesn't have as quick as an expansion here. We just have this one expanding engineer. It's not done securing this island, and we only have 2 construction bots out yet, so definitely falling behind in the build power compared to his opponent. Already has 3 construction bots out on the map, so want to give the advantage to Randy, even though he's down in mass just a little bit. Still has 300 more mass produced so far, so we'll see how this plays going into the mid game. Looks like Teddy was able to get up a good radar here. That's a nice radar position. You can see his opponent's main base. You can check out the radar coverage of Randy here. You can see exactly what's going on this main island here. This is pretty good radar coverage. You can see both sides of this main island, so including covering his own starting location. So really good radar positioning there. Got 2 expanding engineers. And Teddy is just trying to secure this main island. I kind of like this play, even though has a little bit of a mass deficit. He has a little more map control. So just trying to get some LLT set up, and has another forward radar here. So this is going to let him see into his opponent's side of the map. I'm wondering if he caught these units moving into the water. He doesn't see them coming onto the main island, so I wonder if he's suspicious that. But Randy has made these 2 amphibious tanks that are going to go all the way around the map and come up on this island here. So great move. We'll have to come and check back on that, see how much damage that ends up getting. And I really like this main base positioning by Randy. I mean, he has much more build power here, a lot more of his wind turbines. So just a much more well-developed main base than Teddy. And we can see he just has this one bot lab, one construction bot, trying to add on wind turbines, and finally he's able to secure all the mexes on his main island. So a little bit behind Randy. Take a look at the statistics. Both players very close, just 200 mass difference 5 minutes into the game. That's really not a big deficit at all. And we can see what's going on. Looks like Randy's built this amphibious construction bot. He's going to cap this mechs in the water and move to this southern island. So great play here. Alternatively, you can move into the water with your commander here and try and cap that mechs, but looks like Randy wants to use a construction vehicle to do that. And we can see Teddy is just adding on to some wind turbines here in his main island. So really diversifying where he has his power set up. He has some on the main island, some near the main base, and some on the bottom left-hand corner of the map. So great job spreading out your energy. Looks like Randy's doing the same thing, just spreading out these wind turbines. He has 2 construction bots adding on wind turbines, 1 expanding engineer, capping a mechs, and is making a play for this main island. So he wants to get a beachhead here, and Teddy's going to try and hold him off as long as he can. Meanwhile, on Teddy's side of the map, finally have these Garpikes coming up out of the water, and they're going to start putting pressure on this main island. This LLT isn't finished yet, so definitely going to lose that expansion here. Let's take a look at what Teddy's doing. He has a plasma artillery going up. What is this? Look at the range on this. He can destroy the main base with this artillery piece, and I'm not sure how Randy's going to push him out of this position for now, so we'll have to come and check back on that. Looks like Randy has cleared out this expansion on this island here and is making use of this narrow choke. He's going to come and clear out these 3 mexes here, so this is great damage. You can see Teddy is a little bit behind here on mass income already and just lost 6 mass extractors, so we can see Teddy sitting on this island in the top left-hand corner, denying that from expanding, but look at this artillery installation. He's targeting the mass extractors on Randy's main base, and he has no way to stop this. Looks like he's evacuating his build power. He's going to end up losing, a solar collector. Wonder if he's going to be able to target that radar. Meanwhile, these Garpikes still getting damage done. Looks like they took out 1 solar collector and an LLT, so 6 mass extractors, a solar collector, and an LLT for 2 tanks is not a bad trade. And Randy's not done creating them. We have 2 more on the map here. Looks like you can get up this little ramp right here with your vehicles. Look, can be deceiving. So yeah, they can come up this little choke, and he's gonna end up Teddy's gonna end up losing these few more mass extractors. So definitely getting some counter damage done. Teddy trying to secure the southern island here, trying to get up an LLT, capping one of these mexes and adding on wind turbines. So pretty cool to see. Randy, meanwhile, definitely established a beachhead on this main island. He has several pounders, several tanks, and has capped these 4 mexes. Added a radar, added an LLT. And still Teddy, Borg King, still shelling the main base of Randy here. He's taken out all the mass extractors just about. He has 1 left to target, and will end up taking out this this factory here. So Randy forced to remake that factory, farther in his main island. And Teddy, adding on a shipyard. I wonder what he's going to produce here. Okay, it looks like he's going to make a destroyer. 960 mass here, but we'll have to take a look at the range on that. I'm sure he can threaten a lot of these expansions here inside these islands. They're so exposed to the water. Looks like these amphibious tanks cleared out the mexes of Teddy on his main island and moved down to this southern island. He's going to deny this expansion, and Teddy's going to try running his construction bot, but I don't think he's going to be able to. I don't think he's going to be able to save it. He was just trying to repair this LLT. Looks like he might. Yeah, Randy able to save that tank and deny that island expansion for now. Meanwhile, Randy's commander has moved out into the water. What is he doing? He's edge building an LLT here on the main island of Teddy. I'm not sure why he's doing that. And Teddy's almost finished building this destroyer. It's got 6 seconds left and is going to be out on the battlefield here in a second. So great job spending this mass. He has a little bit of mass in the bank. And both players are sitting at about even power, so 250 to 250. Kind of light on power 9 minutes into the game, but there's been so much damage done on both sides of the map. See where are these players at. We can take a look at the player views here. You can see that this destroyer is out. Let's take a look at the range on this. You can see huge range on this unit, so it's going to continue to shell the main base of Randy. Meanwhile, Randy is able to secure this top island. He's going to cap those 2 mexes and add on some defenses with this construction bot, and has walked up onto the main island of Teddy, so risking his commander here. He's in line of fire of this LLT, but there's no spam and spam around him. Actually, no, there's grunts that are trying to come up, trying to shoo away this commander, but he's got the D gun, he's got plenty of health, so, and he already edge built this turret, so that's gonna save him some HP on this commander. Meanwhile, Randy pushing forward. He's trying to get through these dragon's teeth, but those are a great job of denying this unit movement. This is so much damage. Look at all these damaged units here. I wonder what's hitting those. I think it was this artillery piece here. Huge damage on these units. And Teddy's commander is going to be able to stop this little run by here, so definitely shooing away Randy from this position. What is going on in this game? So looks like Randy has more of this main island, has got a lot more build power in this main base, but this destroyer is getting so much value, putting pressure on this relocated main base. This is going to go down to some grunts. You can't lose a ship to grunts. That is not... Saves it with a couple of HP left, so nice little catch there. You don't want to lose your naval units to grunts. Be a disaster. And looks like Randy is as his commander on Teddy's starting island, capping these mexes, adding on LLTs. So gonna see how Teddy responds to that. Meanwhile, Teddy has half of this main island. He's trying to add on some wind turbines. Both players sitting really light on power right now. 11 minutes into the game. Both players sitting relatively low eco. Just a 1k mass difference between both players. And that's almost 12 minutes into the game. Pretty even. But we have this 1 destroyer, 2 destroyers out so far for Teddy. So even though he's a little behind on map position, let's see how he's able to use these destroyers to get an advantage. We can see he's sending 1 into this little channel. Going to put pressure on the main base of Randy. Or main island of Randy, I should say. But what are we... Is that a misnomer? His commander is on Teddy's starting island. So who has a main and where is it at? I'm not even sure anymore. This is crazy. Neither player is able to really push onto each other's side of the map. We have something shelling away. We have 1 artillery shelling these grunts, so Teddy should run those down. Those artillery pieces are not good against grunts. You can see 1's coming in to deal with that. And Randy has a bot lab on Teddy's main base, so looks like he's moving up a couple of rocket bots, trying to put pressure on these LLTs, but there's already build power on this island here. And he's making thugs, so this is a crazy game. Take a look at those destroyers. Looks like one of them is sitting by the factory. He's trying to get healed up. And this other one putting pressure onto the island of Randy, but Randy's commander has just got a great beachhead here on Teddy's main island. Putting pressure, denying these mexes here, so that's going to force some LOTs over here on this starting island. And force Teddy to respond. He's bringing back his units, and Randy putting pressure on this island. There's really no build power here to contest this, and we have 2 construction bots and a commander here, so I think Teddy's going to lose his starting island. Looks like he decided to remake a bot lab here on the main base and is walking over to his opponent's main. What is happening here? He's building an LLT and he's going to cap these mexes here. And we have these 2 resurrection subs, so equivalent to the res bots, just going to heal up this destroyer. And Teddy's going to move that to secure his main base here. So just trying to fight off this little advance of Randy. We have a destroyer in the channel of Randy's starting island, putting pressure on these construction bots, construction turrets, trying to take those out. We can look at the attack radius on this. He can shell almost all of this here. Take out that metal storage, take out the bot lab. I think Randy is choosing to focus on Teddy's side of the map here. So we can take a look at this little incursion. We have thugs shelling the main base of Teddy. He's going to shoo him off his own starting island. This is crazy. Randy just adding on build power here. He's got construction turrets up, constantly producing thugs. So I think Teddy's starting island is going to go down. Meanwhile, we have a battle here in the middle of the main island. We have Teddy's own thugs trying to clear out the vehicles on this main island of Randy. So definitely wants to deny economy where he's at. Where are these players eco-wise? We see Randy sitting at about 32 mass income, 500 power. Teddy sitting at about 30 mass income and 400 power. So relatively close ecos here. Randy up ahead by about 1,700 mass and is pushing Teddy off of his own starting island. He does not have the enough LLTs here. Finally, we have a twin guard that's gone up, but I don't think that's going to be able to shoo away all these thugs. We have 10 thugs walking up, takes out the twin guard turret, and we just have 2 LLTs here to defend. So looks like Teddy's starting position is going to be overwhelmed here. So one destroyer sitting in the water idle. Meanwhile, Randy's original side of the map, we have this destroyer just shelling away at this eco here. So Teddy really needs to clear off Randy from his own starting island here if he wants to kind of fight back in the same manner. A bunch of thugs moving down, gonna finish the job of taking Teddy off of his own main island here. So great job. Looks like Randy's anticipating an attack, is putting up a Warden defense turret. Already has 3 construction turrets on this small island and some advanced solar collectors. So doing a great job of decentralizing his economy. Meanwhile, Teddy on Randy's starting island is just trying to slow push, get up some turrets. Doesn't want to be caught surprised by some land units there, and is finally pushing Randy off of the main island here. So a lot of wreckage here, a lot of mass to reclaim. Not sure if we have any res bots out, and looks like Teddy reclaimed his naval factory. So we just have the 2 destroyers and these 3 resurrection subs in the water here. Teddy has not secured this bottom right island, so definitely missing out on some of that eco, some of that real estate. And Teddy's a little slow going, trying to clear Randy off his original starting island. He's just selling this position, taking out the mexes, taking out the LLTs, and is building a bot lab on Randy's starting island. So both players have completely swapped positions. Randy's taken over Teddy's starting island. Teddy's taken over Randy's starting island, and trying to figure out who's in the lead here. Both players so close on mass right now. Kind of like Teddy's position, he has these 2 destroyers out and has the main island here. So if he's able to push Randy off of his own main base, he's going to be in a great spot here. But he's got to fend off these 15 thugs, and we see this destroyer coming up. You can't run a destroyer into thugs, and looks like Randy turns and targets this destroyer, taking so much fire, dropping way down in health. He's able to get it back. He's able to get up this twin guard turret, so I think that's going to shoot Randy off this main island for now. And it looks like Teddy is just sending his standing army down south to try and secure that position. Meanwhile, Randy getting up these mexes, trying to secure Teddy's starting island. And Teddy's doing a rather slow job of pushing Randy off of his own starting island. He's got a lot of eco up here, got a lot of mexes still capped, so you could definitely need to deny his opponent some of that eco. And finally, we see Randy's moved on to Tech 2, so he has a Tech 2 construction bot. He has some Sheldons out with some extra build power here, so definitely making use of the techs. We already have 3 Sheldons out. This is going to outrange the defenses of Teddy, and we can see they're just shelling this twin guard turret already. Wondering how far this artillery piece can shoot. No, can't even defend this island. So this is going to put a clock on this main island here in the center. Teddy has to defend this position here. There's so much eco on this top left island. We have twin guard turret, 1 warden, and 2 LLTs and a radar. So Randy's definitely locked down this position here. He had some res bots cleaning up the mass in the center, so able to soak up that mass and get it back into his economy. Meanwhile, on Teddy's new main base, just adding on solar collectors, adding on wind turbines, construction turrets, trying to clear Randy off his original island. So he's got this rocket bot that can outrange these turrets here. Meanwhile, we have a battle in the center here. He's Sheldon shelling the army of Teddy here. He's trying to make a push across the island. I wonder if he can march up this in the low ground. Does that water slow your units down? I think it does. A little hesitation here. He's trying to get to the other side, or he's just trying to get, bait his opponent into a fight. No. Chooses wiser, moves back up onto his own main island here. these Sheldons are doing so much damage with their superior range, so it's going to force Teddy to make some kind of decision. Where did those destroyers go? You can see one destroyer here on the south side is rotating to this choke point here. It's going to try and defend that, prevent units from moving across that little channel. And did he lose his other destroyer? I think he did. I don't see it anywhere here. So, wondering where that destroyer went. Meanwhile, we have this muskrat hiding in the water. I wonder if these resurrection subs could actually capture that. That'd be interesting to see. And Teddy's still not capturing these two mexes on the island, so foregoing some of that economy here. Meanwhile, Randy's commander is trying to secure this island. He's adding on wind turbines, trying to add on power. We can see Randy has a relatively large advantage right now in mass, so sitting at about 48 mass income per tick to Teddy's 23, almost double the power, and has a tech advantage. So thinking Randy has starting to get an advantage in this game. He's got more eco, he's got more tech out, so let's see how Teddy's gonna respond to this. He's got some resurrection subs out, trying to heal this destroyer. He's got 24 kill destroyer, wow. Almost 5,000 health, so great use of that unit. Looks like Teddy's trying to secure this top island, so move to this main island. Trying to cap those mexes. So much action all over the map. Looks like Teddy is trying to clear Randy off of this top side still. They have all these wind turbines and LLT, so doesn't want to commit to APM to try and push Randy off of his own starting island. Still, we have these Sheldons doing damage, shooting across the channel, taking pot shots at these thugs here. Teddy can't really do anything about this. He can't push across this channel. Can't push up across this and up this high ground here, so he's definitely in a weak position there. And you can see I already have these ducks, these amphibious bots moving across, so making use of this Tech 2, he's going to clean up this expansion here from Teddy. And these amphibious bots are going to do a lot of damage. Yeah. Teddy has to run his commander. He's going to cap this mech and hide his commander, but these amphibious bots are moving across. They're going to cross this channel and put pressure on the main base of Teddy, or main island of Teddy. Still have these Sheldons shelling across the channel. This destroyer is trying to get in position, trying to take some shots, but it's having a tough time engaging these Sheldons. Still, we have these Tech 2 ducks moving into the water. Looks like they're going to come up on the other side and put pressure on these three mexes here. Teddy trying to get in a position with his army. Finally is able to clear off this, is able to gather enough forces and push Randy off of his original starting island. So good job denying that economy. Where are these ducks going? They're going to rotate around this island here and come up on the high ground to take out those mexes. Looks like Randy's commander has moved into the water. I think he just wants to get to this island and protect it. I mean, there's a lot of defenses here. A lot of build power, so I think he thinks this is the safest spot for his commander. There's an advanced amphibious crawling bomb here. Whoa. What is this for? I think this can kind of explode on units if they decide to cross that channel. So Teddy really can't attack that island anytime soon. Finally clears Randy off of his starting island here, so definitely evening up some of the eco. But we can take a look. Pro Randy is up by about 10k mass almost, so, and it's so many Sheldons out now. He's up to 10 Sheldons and can really contest this destroyer, so he's going to be able to push across this map relatively soon. We have a couple more ducks in the water just hanging out, ready for some orders, and looks like Teddy is sitting on Tech 2, so he was able to get a Tech 2 bot lab out and is constructing an air factory right now, but one of these fiends is not enough to contest with these ducks here, so definitely gonna lose some more eco. Lost 3 mexes to that, a couple of wind turbines. Meanwhile, here on Randy's side of the map, new side of the map, we have so many Sheldons doing so much damage across this channel here. Just absolutely pounding the thugs of Teddy. So it's gonna force his hand. Teddy's gonna step across this channel. But that is so many thugs. This is not the battle you want to take, and he's gonna get kited up at this high ground here. Donate all this mass, all these units. Not where you want to be. Looks like ducks on Teddy's side of the map. Cleared out this expansion. Oh my gosh, this is craziness. And looks like that destroyer went down to the Sheldon, so these resurrection shrubs not able to out-heal the DPS of those Sheldons. And that's going to give Randy the opportunity to step onto this main island here. He has so many Sheldons. 15 Sheldons, wow. And there's really no standing army left. We have one advanced construction bot out trying to produce these fiends here. We have one fiend out, but that is not enough Tech 2 units to defend against those Sheldons. And Teddy's commanders moved back up onto the main island here. I'm not sure where he's going with that. Trying to cap these mexes. Randy really putting pressure on this main island here. So much damage done. He's going to take out this advanced metal extractor, and that's going to put Teddy even farther behind than he is. Looks like Randy has a 3-to-1 advantage on the mass income. Oh, it looked like I missed that amphibious bomb went off. Took out a lot of thugs there of Teddy. And Teddy's moved into the water here with his commander. I mean, he can take out one of these ducks, but he's definitely vulnerable, so close to his opponent's production. Looks like these have torpedoes on them. So definitely able to contest and outrange his commander. Meanwhile, on the main base, Sheldon's continuing to fire away. He's got so many Sheldons out. 16 Sheldons just demolishing the main base of Teddy here. Getting so close to this advanced bot lab. Looks like we have a Persecutor pop-up plasma artillery, so that's going to make short work of these Sheldons here. Very nice counter damage there, but Teddy's commander is isolated. He's in the water, just totally exposed right now. Finally, this destroyer was resurrected again by these subs, so great job utilizing these subs, continuing the game here. And looks like Randy has caught wind of where Teddy's commander is at, and he's sending ducks into the water to try and take this out. Meanwhile, I totally missed it. Ducks on the top side of the map cleared out Teddy's expansion, so did a great job of denying that eco. Why so far behind, and we have 2 ducks in the water targeting the commander, and they're using their torpedoes here. Teddy isn't responding yet. Sitting at about 75% health, takes 2 more torpedoes, drops down to nearly 50%, and there's more ducks on the way, so he's trapped and isolated in the water. Finally able to shoo those Sheldons away with that pop-up artillery and destroyer, so. But really, the game is right here. Teddy is at less than 50% health, and he's trying to escape these Tech 2 units in the water, and he's getting surrounded. This is game right here. Teddy, you can't escape these units. He's going to go down. He's trying to dodge these torpedoes. They don't track. Trying to dodge as best he can, but doesn't have the economy to D-gun, and is going to go down. Wow. So game 2 going to Randy, tying up the score. We're going to go to game 3. Thanks you all for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you like this content, and I'll see you in game 3.